We're good.
Do you, you have your water?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to teach anything?
Oh, what do you want to teach?
Oh, yeah.
Aries?
Yeah.
Cute.
Thanks.
Mm.
I'm trying to, like, embrace it. Because
Mm-hmm.
everyone talks shit on it.
You gotta embrace it. I have a good friend who's an Aries. She embraces.
Oh, good. I don't know. Just pick something for me.
Okay. Testing, testing, testing. Oop. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Do we have any requests today? Good morning. Any requests? Heart openers? Hips? Hip openers, heart openers? If you're around later today, my friend Sarah Hummel's joining me for a sound bath at 6:30 to 7:45. Cloaked behind this blanket is a gong. She's amazing. She's an incredible healer. And yeah, if you just want to like come have an experience of an altered state later, come join us. 6:30. Next weekend on Saturday, we have our LMK home decor swap with Monique. Clothing and home next Saturday at 2 to 7. And rounding out August, we're doing Wim Hof method and ice baths for yoga practitioners with Alex and her good friend Annie from 12 to 4 on Saturday, August 23rd. If you or anyone you know has age kids, really like 4th to 8th graders, but kids who can like self-manage neighborhood, we're piloting our Three Queens After School Movement Club this semester, starting on Wednesdays, September 3rd to December 17th. It includes yoga and mindfulness, self-defense, and strength and conditioning for kids. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Yeah. Tell your friends who are kids. And then I hope and more days. Yoga at the Art Museum again every Saturday in September. It's free. It's Saturdays from 9 to 10 at the Art Museum. Forever Postpartum Mom Support Group with Claire starts again September through November, Mondays at noon. So tell your new mom friends. Rooted and Ready, a self-defense seminar with Kai. It's a 4-week series on Monday night, 6:40. Incredible. These are tools for life. My favorite mantra in my interior landscape comes from Kai. When I met him, he said, "Move in peace, take no shit." And that changed my life. And then our 50-hour yoga immersion with Anisha and Adriana and special guests starts in September and runs through December. It's 1 weekend a month, and it's a 50-hour immersion into yoga. So if you are like hungry for more philosophy, practice, community, all that stuff, join us for the 50-hour immersion. That leads right into our teacher training. If you're interested in teacher training, immersion's part of it. It starts in September. So much more. Beginner series starts in September. If you know anyone who wants to start yoga, that's the best place to start. And then I'm super super thrilled to announce that my forever yoga teacher, Desiree Rumba, is going to be here in September like 19th, 2021. Money back guarantee. That's all I got to say. Sign up. If for whatever reason it doesn't far exceed your expectations, I will give you your money back. She's been like yoga asana teacher since the very early 2000s. For a long, long time, I tried to study with her at least once a year. And she gives so much in a weekend that like once a year, like could and was always enough. And then we haven't seen her since before pandemic. So it's been some time and I am really excited. So I hope you'll all come to that. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. Always with anything here, hey, like we're here and the things that we offer are really because it excites me to offer them and I really want you to be there. Be here if you want to be here. And I know that like we're the yoga of the householders, so there's only so much time and there's only so much money. And there's not much I can do about the time you have or you don't have, but if the finances are ever an obstacle or an issue, just reach out. We can always work it out. Like we're gonna be here doing the things and here, you should be here, okay? Just leave it at that, just reach out. We make arrangements. I think we're missing Camden for a couple weeks. Miss you, Camden, out there in the world somewhere. Oh yeah, and the final thing is, Greece was a bucket list trip for me for a long time, and I was super excited to put that on the calendar for this year as something to look forward to as we live in a time that can be like depressing. One of the ways that I manage my depression is to make sure that I have things on my calendar that I can look forward to, and that keeps me going. And so that was Greece for me in 2025. And it so far exceeded my expectations that we are next year. I can't sign the contract now because Mercury's in retrograde a few more days. But the dates for those who are interested, and like the sooner you sign up, the longer that payment plan option. It's going to be July 20th to the 26th next year. So anyone who might be interested and you want to mark your calendar, start wrapping your head around it. I've done it now once so I can help with all the on either side travel stuff. July 20th to 26th, and I booked it again because I feel like I have to take everyone back with me. So come and tell your friends. I think we'll even just, I don't know that we'll advertise this, but we'll do like a yoga retreat option and a not including the yoga option. So if you have loved ones that are like, could give a fuck about yoga, but like need to be embraced by the Aegean Sea, then we'll have an option for that as well. It didn't suck?
No, it didn't suck at all. I'm still thinking about it. I'm mentally still there.
Yeah.
Physically here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely didn't suck. Okay, so here we go. We had requests for hip openers, heart openers. This is not a speak now or forever hold your peace model. So as we dial into the fabric of the body, if there's anything you need or want from your practice, feel free to call me over, shout it out. Love when you shout it out. Everything I offer is an invitation, not an obligation, so feel free to take it or leave it. Go at your own pace. And we'll begin by making yourself as comfortable as humanly possible. You can sit up, sit against a wall, or as you see, you can lay down if you prefer. Just take a moment to arrive, to settle. I'm very blingy. Lakshmi later. So I had to adorn with all my Lakshmi adornments. Look for your breath. Just by shifting the light of awareness to the currents of your breath, notice how naturally your breath begins to deepen and expand. It doesn't require effort. Simply the light of awareness that you offer with your attention. And just by turning your attention to the breath, naturally the breath expands. The entire physical practice of yoga is first and foremost in service to the breath, to the gift of life that each breath offers as it fills us, surrounds us, enlivens the heart and connects us to each other and all that is from heart to heart. The physical practice of yoga is a strategy and an opportunity to align ourselves and engage ourselves and stretch ourselves through aligned engagement in order to enhance and optimize our capacity for breath so that the breath can flow in us, as us, through us, from us, and even us more deeply, more fully, more freely. Imagine. Invite a slow, deep, full breath in through the nose and a slow, long breath out through the nose. Let the breath pour into you, into the base of your being, into your seat, into our roots where we are. Fill you up, crown. And as you breathe in, the breath ignites. As you exhale, let the light, the splendor of your heart emanate from inside out on the currents, on the flow of the exhale. 2 more times like this. We'll take the breath in through the nose, down into our roots. Let it fill you up to your crown. The breath ignites the heart on that path. And as you exhale, the light of the heart emanates from inside out on the currents of your breath, bathing in breath. On your next, we'll bring the hands together before the heart in Anjali Mudra, a gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the voice of the true teacher, never further than your heart, than your breath, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful and luminous. And it's a gesture that says this aspect of ourselves before we died for at least the time together. And together we'll set the tone for our practice today by sharing the presence of our hearts, the voices of our hearts, and the sound of one complete sound, or let it wash over. Deep breath in. Bow to your heart, never further than your breath, as best you can. Keep action inward, unwavering. Release your hands, blink open your eyes, and let's come on all fours to start in a tabletop position. I don't know each other, but just in case, I'm Mariel, welcome. This is Melissa, she assists, she's here to help, and Tiara is auditing today in the front. Find your breath. And we'll begin by linking breath and movement in the ways that naturally feel good. As you exhale, round your back to start. As you inhale, arch. Exhale, round the back, look in towards your center, in towards your heart. And as you inhale to arch, slide the heart center forward and up, peel the collarbones up and back. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. You can take a full extra cycle of breath on each side of that stretch if and as you like. Come more into a neutral spine position. Feel free to pad your knees with a blanket here. And as you come into a neutral spine position, stretch your right leg back behind you with the ball of the foot on the ground and press the heel back. You can press your hands down and forward as you press the heel back and breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Lower the right knee to the earth. Reach back through the left leg, left heel. Press the ball of the foot down and the heel back. belly breathing through your nose. So as you inhale the breath in through the nose, deep into the belly, feel your center expand as it fills. And as you exhale, feel the center soften, contract as it empties. Throughout the practice, lower the left knee down, turn the left hand counterclockwise to face towards the left knee. If it's too much, walk your knees forward. If you want more, walk your knees back and even maybe shift your hips back. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt, dialing the light of awareness into the deeper areas of your interior landscape. You can turn the left hand around, feel the difference, if any, from side to side, even through the palms of the hands, the fingertips. Turn your right hand clockwise, claw the fingertips, walk your knees forward as needed. This could be extremely different from side to side. Back if it feels appropriate, shift your hips back, maybe. And turn the right hand around. Inhale, float the shoulders towards your ears, and as you exhale, soften right between the shoulders. Really soften. So much you feel the heads of the arm bones plug deep into the sockets. And then point your feet and bring your pelvis forward and bend your elbows the bare minimum to lower your hips to the floor. Press the tops of the feet down and hug the feet towards each other as you claw your fingertips towards your feet. Lengthen up through the roof of your mouth and slide the palate back like you're pushing your head into a headrest. And on your exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet a little bit from side to side. Stretch through the soles of the feet and the backs of your legs. Again, notice what you feel. How it feels, where you feel it. Press the inner edges of the hands into the ground. Claw the fingertips and draw energy from the earth up the arms into the bottom of your heart center, into the center of your chest. From there, on your next inhale, float the right leg straight up to the sky. And as you exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Spin your back heel to the earth. Bring your right fingertips to the floor or a block inside your right foot. Left hand to your hip. See that your front knee and toes point straight ahead. And turn your back toes in a smidge. And as you inhale, hug the feet towards each other and press arm into leg and leg into arm on the front side. As you exhale from the core of the pelvis, push down through your legs. Press arm into leg and leg into arm. Try this as you inhale, press leg into arm. And as you exhale, press arm into leg. Bend one more inch. One more breath. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, notice what you feel. The difference, if any, from side to side. The breath ignites the heart, the splendor of the heart illuminates the mind and the body. And here in this gift of conscious breathing embodiment, follow your inhale to float the left leg up. Exhale, catch your lunge, back heel to the earth, left fingertips to the floor or the block inside the left foot, right hand to the right hip. First, see that the left knee and toes point straight ahead. Turn the back toes in a smidge. And as you inhale, pull the feet towards each other to engage the legs. Keep the legs strong as you press arm into leg, leg into arm. Bend the front leg a little bit more. Big belly breath in, press leg into arm. And as you exhale, arm into leg, bend one more inch. One more time, inhale. Leg into arm, that's muscle energy. Exhale, arm into leg, bend one more inch. And touch the earth, downward face. Pedal the feet a little bit. Notice if how, but by just by opening the hips on both sides, do you feel a little more spacious through the backs of your legs? It gets you into your legs. Inhale to float the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Spin the back heel to the earth. Inhale for warrior two. Right knee and toes point straight ahead. As you inhale, pull the feet towards each other, and the tendency is to lean a lot over the front leg. Reach back through your back arm to pull your torso into center. And now keeping that, hug the front heel in, guide the inner thigh a little bit more open and bend deeper. Inhale to push the front leg straight, draw the kneecap up. Exhale, right fingertips to the floor or a block inside your front leg. Triangle pose. Notice again what you feel. Can I touch? How it feels, where you feel. You can walk that block back towards your foot, towards me behind you. Yeah, there. You okay there? Gorge. From the core of the pelvis, root through your legs. As you inhale, pull your feet towards each other. Draw from the fingertips up the core lines of the arms into the back of the heart as though your shoulders hold something between them, right at the spine. And as you press through the big toe ball mounds, can you slide the roof of your mouth back? Lean back. One more breath. On the exhale, pass through your lunge. Take it back to downward facing dog. Breathe, feel, notice. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. On your inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Follow in the wake of the breath. Back heel to the ground. Inhale, warrior two. Virabhadra. Ankle, front knee and toes point straight ahead. The tendency is to lean forward. As you pull your feet towards each other, reach into center. And as you reach back and you feel more weight root down through your back leg, then you have the freedom to bend the front leg deeper. That's called a hip opener. Hug the front heel in as you guide the front knee open. One more belly breath. Push your front leg straight. Think kneecap up more than back. And as you exhale, left fingertips to the floor, or preferably a block inside or outside your front leg. If there's any strain in your neck at all whatsoever, you can always bring that top hand to the hip. And from the core of the pelvis, as you root through the legs into the earth, inhale, pull the feet towards each other and feel the legs engage from the ground all the way up into your center. And from the center of your being, as you push down into the ground, lean back over your shoulder blades. Think shoulders back, head back, lean back. One more breath. And on your exhale, pass through lunge, downward facing dog. Look for your breath. The breath turns you into the wisdom of your heart. Throughout your practice, you're letting the breath turn you into your heart and checking in with your heart as to what feels most appropriate in your body. You can stay in down dog, you can rest in child's pose, or here let the breath carry you through a linking vinyasa in the style of you. Inhale for plank, exhale to lower towards the earth, inhale to rise through the heart, exhale dog. Follow your breath, not my voice. We'll meet in left leg. Exhale, step it, lunge. Inhale, the arms up. Left knee and toes point straight ahead as you exhale. Big step forward to balance on your left leg. Cross ankle over thigh. Flex the right foot as you sit deep into pigeon chair. You can reach forward as you send your hips back and down. And breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, step it back to crescent lunge. Huge breath in. Exhale, plant your hands. Downward facing dog. Breath to heart. Heart to mind, mind to body. On the inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Feel both feet on the ground. And with your exhale, big step forward, balance on your right foot, cross ankle over thigh, and sit deep into pigeon chair. You can reach forward to counterbalance, reach forward to sit back and down a little bit lower. Flat foot, spread the toes, breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Inhale to rise up, exhale, thread it back, breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Rest in dog and child's pose, or let the breath carry you through a linking vinyasa, again, in the style of you for today. Ride the currents of the breath, follow in the wake of the breath. We'll meet in downward dog. This is the time we take to experience ourselves as a breath with a body. On your inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through to lunge. This time, pivot your feet to the right for a wide-legged forward fold. Locate your strap. Notice if the knees are locked. Can you bend the knees a little bit? Keep your heels heavy and tip your weight more to the balls of your feet. Hug your feet towards each other, and now rather than pressing your knees back, press your thigh bones back to straighten your legs. Take the strap behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together for a shoulder stretch. And as you inhale, hug your feet towards each other, reach your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, fold, let the arms get heavy overhead. As you inhale, hug the feet towards each other, feel the legs engage, put a little bend in your elbows, hug the shoulder blades together, and as you exhale, pull the strap apart. Belly breathing through the nose. Linking breath and gently release. Turn the right, is that true? Right knee and toes through lunge? Yeah, come high on your left fingertips or even block under the left hand. Pull the feet towards each other and reach the reach the right arm to the sky. As you inhale, pull the feet. You exhale, lean back on your shoulder blades. Bend the exhale to downward facing dog. On your inhale, left leg to the sky. Catch your lunge. Pivot your feet to the right for the wide-legged forward fold. Take the strap or interlace your hands behind your back for the shoulder stretch. As you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. Feel the legs engage with the legs strong. As you exhale from the core of the pelvis, anchor through the legs and feel the spine extend. Hug the shoulder blades to the spine. Keeping that, reach the arms up. Feel the chest lift and open. And as you exhale, fold to an open heart. Let the arms get heavy overhead like wet branches, head heavy like ripe fruit. As you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. Draw the kneecaps up. As you exhale, pull the hands apart. One more of the deepest, fullest breaths. And with the exhale, release. Turn the left knee and toes through lunge. Right fingertips to the floor or a block inside your front foot. As you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. As you exhale, twist. Reach the left arm to the sky. Find your breath. And again, as you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. As you exhale, lean back on your shoulder blades and bend the front leg 3 more inches. Inhale to untwist. Exhale to downward facing dog. Can rest in child's pose, dog pose, or let the breath carry you through the linking vinyasa. Inhale for plank. Exhale to lower. Try to keep the fronts of the shoulders lifting. Inhale. Cobra, cobra dog, up dog if you feel ready. And the exhale, we meet in downward dog. Find your breath. Feel the parts of yourself that connect to the earth. And from the earth, draw energy up the limbs, up the core lines of the body, right into the heart center, in the center of your chest, in the center of the rib cage. And from that place of power inside yourself, push through the arms to launch through the hips and ground through the heels. And the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale through to lunge. Lower the back knee down, padding with a blanket as needed, and bring the blocks high inside your front foot. Front knee and toes point straight ahead with the knee over the ankle. Bend the back leg, and with your right hand, find your right foot behind you. It's a thigh stretch and a shoulder opener. Once you find the back foot, the tendency is for that back thigh to drop down and forward. Rather than just pulling the heel in, everyone take the top of your thigh back to your heel, like you're moving towards child's pose. Take the top of your thigh back to your heel. If you feel steady, come more upright. Wherever you are, find your breath. As you inhale, pull the back knee and front foot towards each other. And as you exhale, slide the ribs back, shoulders back, head back. Maybe bend the front leg a little deeper. Whew. Gently release. Downward facing dog. On your inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through to lunge. Back knee to the ground, pad with a blanket. As you like, blocks high inside the front foot. Try to be less on the kneecap and more the base of the thigh right above the knee. And then bending your back leg with your left hand, reach for your left foot. That left shoulder is going to tend to go forward when you reach the arm back. So take the shoulder up and back. Try to bend that elbow a little bit. Then as you pull the back knee forward, take the thigh back, like you're moving towards child's pose. Sometimes I have to scooch that front foot back a little bit when I find that action. And if you could stay right here, if you feel steady, come more upright. When you come more upright, you're going to get like quad stretch to the max. Pull the back knee forward, slide the bottom ribs back. That's actually the max. As you inhale, slide the back knee forward. As you exhale, slide the ribs back. You dial into center, and it draws your senses into a deeper awareness of the stuff that literally holds you together. That's called integrity. Collars back, collarbones, shoulders, head. And bend the front leg 1 more inch. Gently release. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet about as wide as the mat. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Fold over your legs and bow to your heart. Bring your hands around your outer shins to your calves. And as you brace your calves forward, draw the shoulder blades together. You can put a bend in your legs, even bend your legs a lot. Hug the shins in, press the calves forward. Hug the shoulder blades together. Keep that as you press your thigh bones back to straighten your legs. Breathe. As you inhale, get long through the spine. Walk your hands forward. Downward facing dog. Step your right leg through to lunge. Lower the back knee down. Bring your blocks high inside your front leg. Walk your back knee back. Walk your blocks back. Walk your back knee back. Walk your blocks back. When you can't do that anymore, make sure your back foot's tucked under. There's more weight on the outer knee. You can close your eyes to feel that. More weight on the outer back knee than the inner. And then shift your hips back to straighten your front leg. Flex the foot, spread the toes. You can keep the blocks high inside the front leg. If you prefer, the blocks might frame the front leg. Press your front heel down. Lift the front knee up. It's like a little tiny bend. And then as you drag your front heel backwards, drag the front heel back, press your thigh bone towards the earth. Breathe. Walk your hands to the left, your blocks to the left. Walk your left foot behind you to the right. Shift your hips towards your back heel. Breathe. Inhale to rise up. Walk your blocks inside your front leg. Walk your back foot behind your back knee. Either blocks inside the front leg or framing. Just depending on the structure of your pelvis, you're going to have a preference there. But notice, can you walk your back knee back like an inch or 2 or 3? Anyone get deeper? Yay. Drag your front heel back. Walk your blocks forward. Downward facing dog. Check it out. That feel different from side to side? Yay. We're doing things, folks. Find your breath. We'll take the left foot to the lunge, lower the back knee down. Take those blocks high inside your front leg to start. Unless that makes you feel like really off center, by all means, you can have the blocks framing your foot. Again, it's like not one size fits all there. Walk your back knee back as much as you can. Walk the blocks back, then maybe walk the back knee back a teensy bit more. Right at your edge, tuck the back toes under. Root through the big toe ball mound and get a little more weight to that outer back knee. I find it helps to close my eyes to feel where the weight is on the back knee and dial it more to the outer knee. And then keeping that, shift your hips back to straighten your front leg. Whew. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. We are not here to eliminate this tightness or tension. We're here to acknowledge and honor the integrity within us that literally holds us together. We're not trying to get unhinged. Stay hinged. Press the front heel down and back. Lift the front knee up. Press the front heel down and back. And now rather than pressing your knee down, press your thigh bone down. Walk your hands to the right. Walk your right foot behind you to the left. Find your breath. And then maybe send your hips towards your back heel, like child's pose. Whew. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt, the stuff that literally holds you together. This is the gift of embodiment. We are held in the embrace of this tension. On the inhale, rise up. Take the right foot behind you, walk the blocks inside the left leg, maybe frame the leg, and notice here, can you inch or 3-inch or 6-inch maybe that back knee back? You unlocked something, right? And you got in there a little deeper. Breathe into that newfound space, that depth within you. And then pull the front heel back, bend the front leg, walk your blocks forward, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. On your inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. Exhale through to pigeon prep. Let's slide that right knee outside the right wrist. If pigeon prep isn't your, I was gonna say skis. Is that like such a 90s thing? Like, where did that just come from? If it's not your thing, just come into a low lunge with the back knee down. So pigeon prep or low lunge. If you're in pigeon prep, we'll take the blocks high in front of us. If you're in your low lunge, you'll take the blocks high inside the front leg. And once again, you're gonna get that back knee and foot in line with the hip. You can use the light of awareness via your eyes to see, is the knee and heel in line with the hip? You might have to scooch it into the midline. And then more weight on the outer knee. And if you're in pigeon, hug the knees towards each other so you feel a lift. If you're in lunge, back knee and front foot pull towards each other, and then bending the back leg, left hand for left foot. Draw the left shoulder up and back. Pull the front knee and outer hip crease back. Maybe take the right block outside the right hip. As you pull the knees towards each other, maybe take flight. On the exhale, gently release. Downward facing dog. Claw the fingertips, spread the toes. Big breath in. As you exhale simultaneously, that means at the same time, you're gonna bend your elbows, hug your elbows to the midline and lower your elbows to the ground. Try to do both elbows at the same time. Simultaneously means at the same time. And now at the same time, push your arms straight. Do you want to try that simultaneous bit again? It's so funny. Lower your knees down. I'm like barely looking because when I have a tendency to close my eyes when I practice. So when I'm teaching and practicing, I have to remember to open my eyes. I think I led with the simultaneous. Anyone do it one at a time? I saw some. We're going to try to do it at the same time, okay? From downward dog, feel free to adjust your stance if you feel you need to, just for confidence at first. But from your downward dog, we're going to bend the elbows and make the elbows straight. Hug the elbows in as they touch down. Hug the elbows in as they lift up. And try that. They're going to want to splay out. Hug the elbows in. Go slow. Elbows hug to the midline. Nice, Becky, as you lower down. Elbows hug to the midline as you lift up. Nice. Different story. Okay, good news. Downward dog, regular old dog. Find your breath. On the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale through to pigeon prep or low lunge. If you're in the low lunge, you're going to take blocks inside the front leg. This could be different from side to side, depending on knees, hips, whatnot. If you're in pigeon, start with the blocks in front of you, high height. I can feel more weight on my inner knee. Anyone else? Get more weight on the outer knee, back knee and foot more to the midline. And then as you pull the knees towards each other, you generate a lift. Keep that as you bend the back leg, right hand for right foot. Pigeon thigh stretch. Breathe. Keep breathing through the nose. Smooth, steady, graceful. Maybe block comes outside the left hip. Draw the left shoulder blade to the right shoulder blade. Maybe take flight for a breath or two. On the exhale, gently release. Take it back to downward dog. Hands shoulder width apart. Big breath in, armpits lift. As you exhale, simultaneously bend the elbows, hug them in, go slow. Elbows kiss the earth. Claw the fingertips, big breath in. Exhale, push the arms straight. Right side through to pigeon prep. Bring your forearms to the floor in front of you and hug a block between your palms. Hug the elbows in and press the forearms out to sort of catch the skin on your sticky mat. And as you hug the block between the palms, you'll feel the muscles of the arms engage. If you just kind of relax and let the block be, notice how that feels. And now squeeze the block and see how that feels. Squeeze the block, lift the back knee and thigh to the sky. And with an exhale, the right foot meets the left foot. Forearm plank. Hug to the midline. Spread the toes, hug the shins to the midline, the butt cheeks to the midline. Lift the thigh bones up, shrug the shoulders and soften between the shoulder blades, soften between the brow, and look forward. And as you look forward, lift the heels, lift the butt, start to tiptoe forward. And as you tiptoe forward, look towards the block and send the upper back between the shoulder blades towards the tops of your thighs. And tiptoe forward and look forward and send the upper back to the thighs. Squeeze the block through the index fingers and knuckles, and then walk it back, lower the knees, wide, big toes touch, child's pose. Did it get warm? Good job, y'all. It's the fire of yoga. Oh, that feels so good. Let's hear it for AC. Whew. I haven't taught, practicing in a while. I guess I do it every Monday, but. Okay, inhale to table. Before we do the second side, any questions, comments, concerns, conundrums? Okay. Downward dog. Find your breath. We'll take the left side through to pigeon prep. Definitely got a hair in my mouth. Walk that back knee and foot to the midline. Come to your forearms. Get more weight on the outer edge of the back knee. Lengthen from hips to armpits. You're like pulling yourself out from the depths of your being, extending the spine from deep in the core of the pelvis out all the way through the crown. And then hug your elbows in a little tight and press your forearms out and squeeze the block. All at the same time. Lengthen from hips to armpits. Press the inner back knee and thigh to the sky. Big breath in. With your exhale, the left foot meets the right foot. Squeeze the block. Hug the legs to the midline like a zip lock. The fronts of the thighs lift. The tailbone lengthens. The bottom ribs in front lift, and the space between the shoulder blades softens. And then you look forward and soften the brow. Squeeze the block and breathe. Lift the heels. Tiptoe your feet towards the block. Look to the block as you tiptoe to the block. And as you look to the block, press your upper back up and back away from the block. Tippiest of tippy toes, toe forward, look forward. Upper back presses up and back. One more breath. Squeeze the block. And as you exhale, walk it back. Lower the knees wide, big toes touch. Child's pose. Breath deep and full without any effort. Let yourself be breathed and notice how the breath flows more deeply, more fully, more freely in you, as you, through you, as your practice progresses. Sit back on the heels. Okay, we're gonna go to the walls today because we have plenty of wall space. Brick walls, back wall, side wall, closet. Bring the short edge of your sticky mat right up to the wall. And then Melissa, can you also see that everyone has massage balls? Please and thank you. You're okay with being on, right, Elise?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You've told me that before. Okay. Okay, we're going to turn to face the wall on the forearms. Interlace your fingers and tuck the bottom little finger in. On hands and knees, forearms. Hands and knees on your forearms, interlace your fingers, hug the elbows in, press the wrist knobs down. Now, if you are not wanting to invert today for any reason whatsoever, you could take this into forearm plank and see how many breaths you can do in forearm plank, maybe starting with 5 or 10 and working to 20 or more breaths in forearm plank. If you're okay with inverting, we're going to tuck the toes and lift the knees and hips up. So your forearms, press the wrist knobs. And with the elbows on the ground, the crown of your head is going to kiss the earth, and then the crown of the head is going to lift. 4 more times like this. Head touches down, crown lifts up. Breathe, feel, notice. And then rest. And sit back on your heels. Anyone have a preference for head down or head lifted that you noticed? No one noticed a preference? Lifted? Yeah. Okay, so if you could tell that you had a preference for head lifted, you're going to start with head lifted. If you didn't notice if you had a preference, we're going to start with head down. It's going to look like this. We're going to turn it around so that the soles of the feet are at the wall, like feeling the curtains here. It's a little different. Okay, well, if I fuck something up, I own the good news. Okay, we're going to come on the forearms. Lengthen from hips to armpits. Line the elbows up under the shoulders, and we'll hug the elbows in and press the arms out. You can either tuck or extend the little finger, the wrist knobs down. And I prefer lifted, so I'm going to come in this way. If you prefer the little head down this way. And then we'll lift 1 foot at a time, hip height at the wall, push that foot through the wall. So you're in L pose, and from L pose, we'll lift up and down, up and down, up and down. And if that's not happening for you, just come back to the feet on the floor version. But it can happen. If you could do it with your feet on the floor, you can do it at the wall. You're just a little more upside down, so it might throw you off a little bit. But the good news is you can do it physically. You're going to come into all fours on your forearms with your feet at the wall. Either head down or up to start. You decide. Lift the knees and hips up and lift 1 foot at a time, hip height. If the wall feels far away here, just come down and bring your arms closer. Yeah, you might have to come down and bring your arms a little bit closer. I wasn't expecting that. And then play with head up, head down. You're flossing your rhomboids here. Those are the muscles of the upper back that tend to be tight and weak. They hold the shoulder blades together on the spine, which has the effect of holding the chest, the lungs, the heart more open. When the rhomboids are activated, they hold the shoulder blades together, and the action of the rhomboids holds open your chest, your lungs, your heart. You could be a little closer, Howard. You could be much closer. Closer to the wall. Closer to the wall. Questions? Oh, sorry. What? It can be straight up and down, or when you come up, you can look forward. And then when you come down, you do want to come more on your crown than your face. Preferably, anyone? I mean, we could do the Shayanasana variation where you're like this. That is a pose. It's called Shayanasana. It's really cute. Yeah, I'm not warm for that. Okay. We're going to turn it around. Come onto all fours on your forearms. Interlace your fingers. You can either root the skull, the crown of the skull, into the earth, or look towards the wall here. So you're either rooting, it's not casual, you're pressing the crown of the skull down into the earth, not onto your mat, really into the earth. Or you're looking towards the wall. Those are the two options. So see what suits you, and then tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips up, tiptoe your feet forward as much as you can, and then float the right leg straight up to the sky. Flex the right foot. Deb, turn your right toes in, and everyone else will do it. That was really cool. And now push off your bottom foot to kick to the wall. You got to propel off your bottom foot to kick to the wall. Nice. Find the wall, heels to the wall, maybe soles of the feet to the wall. You can bend your legs, bring the soles of your feet to the wall, maybe butt to the wall. And now one heel stays at the wall. Keep that heel pressing through the wall as you slowly extend your other leg towards the ground. Slow motion. Nice. And rest in child's pose. Find your breath. Find your center. Feel the earth, the breath, the heart. Questions, comments, concerns, conundrums? Yeah. Yeah. You want to try to get your hips, your butt to the wall in these inversions. Yeah, the tendency is for the pelvis to kind of pull forward, and it's like the heaviest part of you. So you really got to get your pelvis way further back than you realize. It's the same thing like when we're in Warrior Two and has anyone noticed their tendency to kind of lean forward over the front leg, and then when you reach back and you find center, your weight's more evenly distributed? It's a different shape here, but it's the same idea that the pelvis just tends to go like first. And in order to find and dial into center there, you got to get your pelvis back. Yeah. And you're upside down, so it's a shit show. It's a metaphor for life, yeah. But if you can find your center, no matter your orientation to yourself or those or the world around you, in other words, like no matter what's going on, you can find and hold your center. And that to me is like one of the great fruits of the practice of yoga, is that you can always find and access your center. So we're going to go upside down again, either head on the ground or forearm stand, head stand or forearm stand, and try to get your butt to the wall this time. Let me just say one thing about it. When you kick up, and sorry, I wanted to just show, like, one leg's up, and this top leg can't be loosey-goosey. It's unwavering, straight and strong, hugging the midline, and you push off the bottom foot, and then this tends to happen. Try bringing the soles of your feet to the wall to get this to happen. Okay, butt back. And then when the butt goes back, there you stand the chance of finding center. Try legs, press the soles of the feet into the wall and get your butt back. Forearms or head, round 2.